Okay, here we are. Welcome back. This is episode 3 of the new set, Smoke, Mirrors and Smoke. I recorded of Signs and Portents yesterday, but my audio wasn't recording, but I was just reading what it said, so I figured, what the heck, let's just go on to the next one and get her going. Here we go. Mirrors and Smoke. The Lukari have discovered signs of life within a distant nebula. The life they believe could be a lost colony of Lukari. Join them to discover the truth behind the new mystery.
While searching for signs of weaponized protomatter, one of our long-distance research probes made a most curious discovery. It found a Class M planet at the heart of the Gonkra Nebula. That's not the most exciting news, however. The probe detected the presence of sentient life on the planet. The biosigns were very similar to our own. It is possible that we have discovered a lost tribe of Lukari. We're going to investigate, and we'd like some backup. The probe went offline rather suddenly after detecting the planet. These people might not be very friendly.
Sounds like fun, though. Ooh, armor. Mass-produced missile. Too bad you can't equip more than one of those. I do already have this. That one's a fun one. That goes along with the Ferengi version. So, let's do it. Set course. And transwarp. I'm still using the next ship here. So, that'll be fun. Let's get it going.
I'm reading a group of starships out there. They're armed, shielded, and combat capable. Let's hope they're not hostile as well. As the ranking officer here, I believe you should be the first to initiate contact.
Ranking officer. Thank you. Opening a hailing frequency on comms. No response. Perhaps the nebula is causing interference. Well, why don't we get closer? Let's scan the nebula for interference. Compensating for nebula conditions, Admiral. Still no response.
Curious. Perhaps they might respond more favorably to a familiar face. May I open a channel?
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Proceed.
Unidentified vessels. This is Captain Kumar K. of the LSS Reskava. I extend cordial greetings in the interest of establishing peaceful contact between us.
Still quiet. Is the universal translator online?
I'm not certain. Wait, they're locking weapons.
Red alert. Fire to disable.
I don't understand. The Reskava did nothing to provoke this attack.
Alien vessels, this is Prime Minister Tulaman of the Kantari Union. I've ordered our forces to cease hostilities and ask you to do the same.
This is Admiral Paz. Is that really my name? Whatever. Admiral Cow Cookies of the USS Hibernation. Explain yourself, Prime Minister.
There's been a grave misunderstanding. It is customary for us to discuss such grievances in person. Will you accept my invitation to parley?
Yes. Send us meeting site coordinates. Wait a second. Parley. That sounds like a pirate thing.
The Kantari, they survived. Somehow they managed to survive the devastation of Kenta and make it here. Incredible. Historically, Kantari were quick to distrust and attack. It would seem that hasn't changed. We should be cautious. Despite that, I am ready to transport when you are.
Me too. Let's go. Let's go with a full complement again. You know what? Let's try something different, guys. Let's see what we got. What a Borg. Android. Photonic reinforcements. And Klingon? No. Ooh, this guy was cool. Let's do him. I think he might be photonic as well. Let's do it. Loading.
Sacred trace of Lukar. The Kentari destroyed one world with their toxic ways, and it seems they're well on their way to destroy another. Unbelievable. This Prime Minister has much to answer for. Where is she, by the way? And why are we meeting on the street?
I'm wondering that myself. A message from the Kentari. Admiral, apparently there was a minor error in the coordinates they provided, resulting in your current situation. Transmitting updated coordinates for the Kentari Capitol building to you now. Shall we beam you to it? Negative. Since you're from here, we'll go on foot.
That Kentari on the street looks quite ill.
Scanning. I'm reading extreme levels of toxin in this Kentari's lungs. Without treatment, he'll be dead in months. Jeez. We're just passing out on the street here. These guys. Oh, we're all wearing gas uniforms. Oh, that's right, I forgot. This planet is so toxic that they just... You gotta wear those. EV suit. EV suit. Oh, he doesn't need it. Does he? We'll stick with this one for now.
Reading high levels of toxic chemical emissions in the area.
Admiral, I'd like to take a closer look at that vent if you don't mind. Well, here we are. Take a look. Where is it? Glitched.
They still use unregulated exhaust systems? Unbelievable.
That's not good.
How peculiar. The doors here have built-in filtration systems.
Toxin filters built into this door are substandard at best.
What's that machine off to the side? Some sort of miniature store?
Vending machine.
It's full of breathing aids. People poison the air here and charge others to withstand it. Does that fluid look off to you?
The drain pipe is leaking acidic fluids with high levels of pollutants. People here anyway. They're just dying? Crazy.
I've never seen this level of suffering.
It's like a ghetto. Space alien ghetto.
Oh, they pile the refuse
Pile of
in
refuse.
the streets. There. There are still heat signatures on this junk. It was placed here recently.
Kill the Lukari! and her alien lackeys.
Something so. Damn it. More like death.
I see hatred for Lukari still burns in the hearts of some Kentari, along with violent xenophobia. Hopefully their leadership is of a more diplomatic nature.
Agreed. Let's keep moving. Guess that works.
The lunar colony is providing just enough food to support the Kentari population at current consumption levels. The government has launched a new farm labor program aimed at increasing food production and adding new jobs. The program is expected to launch prior to the beginning of the next crop cycle on the colony. The small sickness epidemic is on the rise. If you find a citizen collapsed on the street, call the nearest medical station. When you purchase feeders, make sure you provide for your children before you provide for yourselves. We must secure the future.
Jeez.
Jitnan Noon, number 41 of the South Capitol Steel Vendors, received an award from the Office of the Prime Minister for charitable service yesterday. After the team's victory over the North Capitol Forgers, Moon celebrated by purchasing gold ray breathers for each fan in the stadium.
Jeez.
The Capitol building is a short distance from here. Even here, the poor huddled in misery. What? Another attack? Let's go inside. The Kentari have some explaining to do.
Explaining to me. It's funny. They're showing you the government's the problem, and then they tell you the government's the solution. It's just so silly.
Well, this place is a far cry from the smog and squalor we just left, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. But not much.
Welcome to New Kentar. I must apologize for the unfortunate incidents that have taken place. You have arrived during a period of social unrest for our people.
That would explain the repeated attacks.
I'm afraid so. The decline of our world has split the Kentari into two factions. The reformists, like myself, who wish to gradually change our way of life for the better. And the traditionalists, who cling tightly to the old ways and all of the destruction that comes with them. The Kentari who attacked you were traditionalist soldiers. They see you, and especially the Lukari, as a threat to their existence.
What danger do we or the Lukari pose to your people?
It's simple. Your kind are well-armed aliens from an advanced culture. To the Trads, you're hostile invaders. And the Lukari? dangerous anarchists from our distant past, long thought exiled, now returned, and more dangerous than ever. The troubling part is they may be right about all of you.
Such xenophobia is unwarranted. Minister. Or is it?
Minister Pentaro is in charge of planetary security. It's his job to evaluate all potential threats, foreign and domestic. The idea of working with aliens, with Lukari, will be controversial. That said, our situation is deteriorating. I'm willing to open a dialogue with outside parties.
Such a dialogue will be monitored, however, in the interest of planetary security.
Your suspicion is misplaced, Minister. We had nothing to do with all this.
You're not wrong, Captain. And we realize the need to do something about it. The privileged few are safe above the pollution, but they live on borrowed time. Ecosystems across the planet are failing. We can no longer afford to...
Prime Minister, do you think it's prudent to discuss such matters with these outsiders?
Something about an interruption from the Admiral. Or to me, the Admiral, from the ship. Zenkethi warships are on fast approach to the moon of the planet. Kentari forces are moving to intercept, but they're heavily outgunned. Go to Red Alert. We'll do what we can to help.
Curious. One band of aliens arrives with words of peace, while another arrives bearing the swords of war. How convenient. Coincidence? Or a cunning ruse to weaken our defenses and lower our guard?
The Zenkethi are not our allies, as you'll soon see.
I believe you. Our moon is home to our agricultural sites and thousands of Kentari workers. Your help protecting it will be welcomed by my government. The sooner you can begin, the better.
Oh, you got it. Let's beam up. Kick some reptile butts. Alrighty, let's get it on. The Kentari have moved to engage the Zenkethi forces, Admiral. They won't last long without us, especially against the Zenkethi flagship. Helm, take us in. All hands.
Saving their
Battle
ships might
stations.
build some trust with the Kentari.
There you are. We've all been dead. It's really hard to move this thing.
Fight on! For the Union! For the Kentari!
I'm reading concentrations of the crystals targeted by the Zenkethi on the Kentari moon, along with numerous Zenkethi life signs and several protomatter signals. We'd better hurry. They may be prepared to detonate more bombs.
Agreed. Let's get to the moon and stop this Zenkethi.
Get to the moon and stop those bombs, now!
I hope your people know how to deal with these bombs, Lukari. If this is some kind of trick, you won't live to regret it.
Increase power to weapons! Hit it with everything you've got!
How strong these guys are.
Our shields can't take more of this! Keep fighting, no matter what! We're too late! They're running away! We detected some sort of intense energy detonation on the moon. We're reading 0 life signs there. No one. They're all gone. What did they do to us? What has happened?
It was a proto-matter bomb. It eradicates all organic matter. I'm sorry.
All is not lost, Minister. While we can't bring back the Kentari who were killed, we can help you restore your moon's food production capabilities in short order.
A likely story. For all we know, this is the precursor to invasion. These aliens have destroyed our food and weakened our military, Prime Minister. They mean to conquer us.
That's ridiculous. We just risked our lives to protect you.
Calm yourself, Pentaro, and remember who is Prime Minister here. Captain Kumarke, I accept your proposal, provided there's full oversight from the Ministry of Defense at every stage of the operation. You'll understand our need for such security measures, I'm sure.
I won't let you down, Prime Minister. Have your observation team meet mine on the moon at these coordinates. We'll begin as soon as we're able.
We'll be on Overwatch in case the Zenkethi return. That didn't take too long. Heavy warships inbound.
Alliance vessels, your interference ends here. Now!
Dang it.
Protomatter matrix is stable. We're ready to begin. Initiating primary restoration sequence now.
Something is wrong. Everything just stopped. Why? I don't understand. I checked the settings myself. That room should be covered with clothes by now. I could use some assistance down there. Please join me at the worksite.
Let's do it. But first, I get this box. Okay.
I don't understand.
Now we've been done. And let's use the default this time.
Alright, let's begin by configuring the flow regulators at each of the transmission arrays. I'll observe the flow rates while you make the adjustments.
Understood. We'll adjust each of the transmitters. Classic games. Okay, that does one. I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to defend this.
Curious. Someone made adjustments to the transmitters that could cause a detonation similar to a protomatter bomb. But whoever did it wasn't familiar with Lukari tech. We have safeguards to prevent such a thing, so instead of blowing up, it just didn't work. I hate to say it, but I believe one of the Kantari observers made those adjustments.
Well, you better be sure. Wait, hear that? Enemies of some kind.
I could use some assistance. I'm far from defenseless, Kantari. Attacking us is unwise. Very unwise. I could use some assistance. unwise. Very unwise. I'm taking fire here! Help! Attacking us is unwise. Very unwise. Oh, I didn't have to do it. Those were traditionalists. I suspect one of their operatives was behind the sabotage here as well. I've locked out access to everyone but you and me. We can make things right without any interference once we return to our ships.
Well, then we better do it. First, I want to take this off. Beam up. The traditionalists.
All systems are online. We're ready to go. Initiating restoration process now.
Protomatter matrix deployed. Everything's in the green. We did it!
In the green.
It worked. Our sensors are showing a stable protomatter matrix in the formation of crops at all production sites. We owe you a profound debt of gratitude. Thank you.
Kamarki made this happen. No thanks to the traditionalists.
Their actions have shamed us all, but they will not get away with it, I assure you. Minister Pentaro is looking into it personally. He has sent some ships to escort you back to New Kentar.
We see them. They're on an attack course.
Alien vessels! Surrender or be destroyed! Fire! Spaniards are organized.
It worked.
You forced my hand. You and your pathetic Lukari bootlegger. It's time to end this. I will make New Kentar safe once more. Safe from you and the rest of the alien filth in the galaxy.
Stand down before more people get hurt, Minister. Vital warning.
Exile was too good for the Lukari. We should have wiped you out.
Not everyone in the Defense Force is loyal to Pentaro.
Some stuff here. Let's do that.
thought he placed the people before his personal beliefs. I was wrong. His madness nearly killed us all. And for what? Pride, hate, and fear. I wish to formally apologize and thank all of you in person. Under the circumstances, we should meet on one of your vessels. The Rescava, if you're agreeable.
I am. Let's go.
This is a momentous occasion. I'm glad you're here to share it with us. Diplomacy is part of a captain's job, as you know. I hope I'm up for the challenge. Welcome to the Rescava, Prime Minister. I look forward to working together.
Thank you, Captain. Most kind of you after all that's happened. We almost lost everything today. Instead, we can begin to build a better future, thanks to you. There will be resistance from people like Pentaro, but we must continue to look ahead. To that end, we hope to work together with you and your allies.
I'm happy to hear it. Kantari and Lukari have lived apart far too long. We've recently begun to explore beyond our world. Perhaps we can do so together.
Perhaps. We've got a lot of work to do before then, however.
Indeed we do.
Well then, let's get started, shall we?
Shall we? There we go. After all this time, Kantari here, alive. I can hardly believe it. This will be quite the revelation back home. Many Lukari do not look fondly on the Great Exodus, and the Kantari who forced it upon us. Still, we may be on a path to reunification, one that lets us rebuild what was lost. With the Kantari, I truly hope so. So do I. Let's do... Ooh, a flamethrower. Just do $1. There we go. And that's it. Tune in next time for the next episode, which will be whenever I do it. Looks like it is going to be called Brush Fire. Enjoy.